Hello, greetings.
Hello and greetings.
Welcome to another episode of
Riveting.
NERC.
Irk. Brought to you this week by Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup. Possibilities. Oh, wait. We just have a can of Campbell's soup there. We're not sponsored by anyone.
No, we are not.
No.
I haven't had a Campbell's soup in quite a while.
Well, Curtis, there's one sitting on this table here in this smoldering humidity, so best of luck with it.
Yes.
Though it is a canned good, so it should be fine.
Right.
Theoretically.
Well preserved.
Yes. Preservation is key. Ryan is typing on his phone.
So,
those Packers, huh?
ooh, wait. Oh, I got.
Yep.
There we go. Packers. Yes. Oh, yes. Packers.
Yes, Packers. Yes. As we stall until he can get NRC Talks NFL up on screen. There it is.
Yep. So what
We had one preseason game and something happened, and I don't care because it's preseason. I just thought I would make Curtis scramble to pull up NRC Talks
Right.
NFL.
No, that's it. That's a good call. Good call.
Keep you on your toes.
That's what they're at, a 85-man roster right now. They got to cut it down to 80 by the start of next week or something.
Thought it was 9. Yeah, I guess so.
I think the first cut happened.
Yes, it did. Well, kind of, sorta. That one corner they traded with another corner.
Yeah, and some offensive lineman was cut that I didn't know about.
Yeah, I had no clue.
What else?
What else?
Jordan Love had something happened. He hurt something?
He hurt something, so he came out of the game, and he only played half a game anyways. He's fine. He'll be fine. It's the worst that'll happen.
Yikes.
Oh
why
no,
are there,
the
why
future
are
of
there
the franchise.
Why are there even preseason games? They should play Madden instead of preseason games.
Well, I'm going to be honest. We didn't have preseason games last year, and I didn't even notice, so that should tell you what the preseason's like.
Ooh. Yikes.
It's a lot like the Pro Bowl. No one cares.
Oh. Yeah.
And at one time, people did care for the Pro Bowl because it was fun. So you had Peyton Manning and Eli Manning and more Peyton Manning.
Have you seen the rumors abound that Peyton Manning's trying to become the commissioner for the NFL?
Oh, wow. Now that would be interesting.
It would be. I am going to allow that.
Yes.
Because
Peyton Manning is in charge here.
Yes.
Yeah.
First, Denver gave him the keys to the city. Now the NFL will give him the keys to the NFL.
Nice. Wow.
Curtis, did you see the first enforcement of the taunting rule? The new taunting rule?
No, I didn't know there was a new taunting rule.
Oh, yes, it's terrible.
Oh, why? What is it?
Not aware of this.
Well, it's hard to show you people live while we are live, but I'll send you the clip. And we can talk about it next week. It is, without a doubt, the weakest flag you've ever seen. Like, you've seen, like, was that really a holding? This is like, come on, man.
Like the ESPN segment?
Yeah. Except worse.
Ooh.
Interesting.
It's
well, this has been an excellent NFL discussion.
I think so.
Moving along.
So there was a movie.
Right. So
Suicide Squad. It released in 2016, starring Will Smith.
Ooh.
I don't remember any of the other people in that movie other than the girl who plays Harley Quinn being the same person.
Yeah, it wasn't outstanding. That's for sure.
Jared Leto's Joker.
That guy.
That guy.
Who returned in the Zack Snyder cut. Yeah.
Yes.
Which I was fine with that appearance of Leto Joker. but not Suicide Squad Joker.
Right. Because that was pointless and shoehorned and all these other things that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Also, Ben Affleck's in the movie for a little bit. Flashbacks.
That's right.
Multiple flashback sequences.
Yeah.
And they're all, disconnected from reality. Such an odd movie.
It is. Had a good music score.
So, the current new Suicide Squad movie.
Oh, that's what we're talking about. I thought we were talking about Suicide Squad. We're talking about the Suicide Squad.
Right. Noah, what were your thoughts on the intro with your one of your favorite actors, Mr. Nathan Fillion?
Oh my God, that was great. That was fantastic.
What was his character again?
TDK, the detachable kid.
Yeah.
TDK.
That was interesting.
I love how it's a joke, but it's played completely straight. He's going to try and do something with these arms. It's like he just starts slapping.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then his arms are bleeding. He's like, ah!
Screaming on the ground.
Oh, did we mention the only other returning member?
Yes.
Captain Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang.
The same guy.
The same guy, Curtis.
Oh, really?
In Suicide Squad 2016, the same actor played Captain Boomerang and died 5 minutes into the movie.
I thought that was so funny.
So they brought him back to kill him off 2 minutes into the movie.
Yep.
Nice. Yikes.
Yes, this movie has a fantastic gotcha intro. Though I suppose if you'd watched the trailers, you kind of saw it coming. But you get what I think is an essential introduction to the movie because you understand, yes, these people are just being sent to die.
Yep. They were the diversion.
The diversion. What's his name that plays... What's his name from Guardians of the Galaxy is the sort of the primary character in that sequence. The dude with the red mohawk in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah. Yondu.
Yondu.
Yeah, he's...
The guy with the long white
with the
hair
arrow.
plays Yondu.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, I
that's
didn't
the
know
same
that
guy.
Because he's there and, what's his name? Gunn's brother.
Yeah.
He's also in there.
Yeah. James Gunn.
Yeah.
The opening, the diversion squad of Suicide Squad is basically just a bunch of James Gunn's friends that he got in the movie for a quick, easy paycheck. was the speculation I've seen because he knew a bunch of those people. And it was just kind of goofy and funny.
It was good stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, Army Man is the same from Suicide Squad.
Army Man.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Army
that guy.
Yeah. Not John Cena.
No.
So, yes, we have Diversion Squad. They're all killed. And then we get the second introduction to the movie in which we learn... We're introduced to Idris Elba's...
Yeah.
Eyeballs, elbows?
Eyeballs, elbows. His not Deadshot.
Yes.
Because otherwise they would have had to get Will Smith back, and he didn't want to come back.
With his cool Mass Effect helmet.
I thought it looked more like an alien head.
Okay.
Either way, it was a cool helmet.
Yes.
Cool.
Which is funny because seeing... We're just going to jump into spoilers in the end of the movie here. Seeing Starro introduced early in the movie and what he was doing to take people over, I thought, oh, the helmet's going to save him later. And then he doesn't have the helmet. It's just kind of funny.
So we got Eyeballs, elbows.
Eyeballs, elbows.
John Cena. Who Mary was... She's just not a John Cena fan. So her movie experience, she felt, was ruined. By John Cena, but I was like, this movie is fantastic because of John Cena.
I'm not the biggest John Cena guy, but I thought he did really good with the role of Peacemaker.
Yeah, for sure.
I just think he's he's a so bad, he's wonderful kind of actor. So that was...
Well, that's perfect for this role because he's 100% all into peacemaking by killing everyone.
Yes.
If there's no people, then there will be peace. Is essentially like he doesn't actually state his mentality of that, but like looking at everything that he does, that's basically what he's getting at.
Yeah. I would agree.
Let's see, you've got Sylvester Stallone as Sharky. I don't remember.
Oh, King Shark.
King Shark.
I loved King Shark.
King Shark.
He was
the coolest character ever.
Ever.
And
King Shark read book.
Mustache.
In terms of like it's almost played cute. Like he's a puppy.
Sort of.
Right.
Like in terms of cutesy characters that come with the squad, like comparing him to Baby Yoda and I don't know, something else that's come out recently. Like
yeah,
I much prefer King Shark.
He's like an overly sized pit bull.
Yes.
He's very big and cuddly, but will rip your face off if he really wants to.
It's great.
If he's very hungry. Unless he's your friend.
Yes.
Friend.
Bird. Get off the radio, Shark.
Then we have Ratatouille Girl.
Yes. Ratcatcher 2.
Yes.
And then Polka Dot Boy, Polka Dot Man. Well, it's one of those two.
Polka Dot something.
Right.
Polka Dot Man.
Who I thought his reveal of like how he sees the world halfway through the movie, I thought that was just like, that's great.
It's very interesting. Yeah. So that's the squad. The diversion squad, Harley Quinn and Army Man, survive the diversion. They're captured. That comes into play later.
Yeah, there's a lot of like stuff happens and then rewind.
Yes.
24 hours earlier or whatever kind of stuff.
15 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
and
also
it's always like it's in smoke and things written out.
Yeah.
It is very comic booky-esque.
Yeah. I'd say this is the most. If you wanted to adapt a comic book, I know that this was never really a comic book, this story, but it's probably the closest thing to thinking that you took this right from a comic book and made it into a movie. Almost.
It's up there with Scott Pilgrim.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Pilgrim.
Hey, buddy, welcome to Chaos Theater.
Oh, we also have the Suicide Squad, like people who run it behind the scenes, the guys in the office who are betting on them whether or not they'll survive or not, and what's her name?
Oh, right, evil. Well, not evil. Very committed lady.
What's it? Waller
Bridger. I don't know. Yes, she's the same from Suicide Squad. And her character hasn't changed at all, but that worked.
Yeah.
So off the squad goes into the jungle, having gotten onto the island with the help of the diversion. They become friends with King Shark as he almost eats Ratcatcher 2.
Right. Hungry.
Yes, very hungry.
We discover that Ratcatcher can sleep through almost anything.
Yes.
Because of reasons.
She's a tired teenager. Needs that beauty sleep.
Reasons.
So then they go to rescue Army Man, and they kill an entire village worth of freedom fighters.
Yeah, that was funny.
Whoops.
Yes, and it's the two dudes are trying to show each other up.
Peacemaker and Idris Elba's character.
Right.
Dead something.
Yes.
Not Deadshot.
No, not Deadshot. They seem to have a good time with that.
They have a good time.
And then the reveal that, oops, they killed the wrong people.
Yep. Leader of the Resistance seems to take it in stride, all things considered.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's tough.
It probably helped that army dude was there to, like, help calm the situation down, maybe.
Maybe. So then, at some point, we cut back to
Harley
what's
Quinn.
her face, Harley Quinn.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
She's gotten herself into an interesting situation.
Yes.
Somehow, Resistance Man or whatever
the
freedom
president of whatever
Yeah.
country they're in.
Yeah, somehow he, I don't know, he
He
manages
decides
to have
to
her.
try and
yeah,
marry her.
Yeah.
That doesn't end too well for him.
No, that did not end well.
Yeah,
So that was interesting.
She said if she ever started dating again and she finds out that if
he's got any red flags.
Yeah, she's going to kill him. Any red flags. So I'm like, oh.
Okay, Harley. Keep having your character completely inconsistent, but be crazy at the same time. She was a doctor at one point, wasn't she?
She was.
Yeah, they kind of threw that out the window.
She is a good listener.
Then what?
Stuff happens.
Right. Yes, the Suicide Squad decide they have to save Harley, so they're gonna do that, and then you get the insane sequence with colors and
right, Harley's perception of the world.
Yeah, she's going nuts. So
she gets her staff back that was given to her by what's his name that died in the diversion.
Oh, DJ Flula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You will need the staff for what? You didn't finish. He gave me the staff. He didn't tell me what it was for.
Peter Capaldi is the bad guy, the doctor. Sort of, yeah.
Oh right.
Brain
yeah,
something.
I thought he looked familiar.
You might have seen him in this little sci-fi show. It's called Doctor
something.
Doctor something. Yes.
Yes.
The Last Good Doctor.
Yikers. Shots fired by the one and only Ryan Ederholt. Bang, bang.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. Thought his head was a pretty good, body or head cap or whatever.
Lots of good prosthetics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did some CGI to make him look young in a scene.
Oh, in the flashbacks?
Yeah. It looked okay.
Yeah. Looked fine.
Not quite Mark Hamill Disney, but,
Alright.
It's getting there.
So they go to rescue Harley. She killed everyone, got out on her own. So then they're like, alright, time to go find Project Starfish, Star something.
I think it was Starfish.
Might have been. Watched this movie a week and a half ago. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Project Starfish is being held in a tower that was built by the Nazis after World War II ended. Because that's where they fled to when the war ended.
Okay.
I think. Maybe.
I'm going to go with that. So they plan to blow up the tower and destroy the data for Project Starfish.
Destroy everything.
Destroy everything.
All right. Yeah. Then the moral compass of everyone is tested.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Once we actually get there, yeah. There's a gratuitous fight scene to get into the building and other stuff happens.
Right.
We're just going to gloss over that.
Oh,
I guess.
I will say, when the building was split in half and they were running through it, I had flashbacks of Transformers 3 while watching that, and I was confused about how I felt.
I don't remember Transformers 3 at all, so I'm going to move on with my life.
It's the one with Leonard Nimoy.
Okay.
And he says that one line, that one
It needs
distinct.
the many line.
Yes.
I remember that part, and his robot had Vulcan ears. Other than that, I remember nothing about that movie. It was shot in Chicago, I think.
Yes.
I gotta get the first 3 on like Blu-ray or something.
You mean none of them?
The first one's pretty cool.
It's okay.
The second one's like,
Yeah.
Third one's like, And I don't think I've seen any more than that. So.
Let me tell you, you've seen the best 3.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch 5, and I can tell you that. I watched 4. That was bad enough.
That was tough.
Oofda.
But if you ask Cody Kirkhoff, he would say that 4 is the best one because it had Marky Mark in it.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yeah. He was obsessed with Mark Wahlberg. Thanks, Cody.
Interesting. Then what? What else happens?
King Shark makes friends with...
Oh, right. The weird jellyfish things.
Evil jellyfish.
Oh, yeah.
That want to eat him.
Yeah.
Hello, dumb new friend.
Yeah, then at some point, the debate over what to do with the information.
Right, because it would expose that the United States set up evil Dr. Capaldi
Yes, that gets
to run
a little
his
crazy.
experiments with Project Starfish, who is in fact a giant starfish. Go figure.
Right.
Who then lets tiny starfish out of his armpits to then take over people.
Yeah, I guess I was a little surprised with how large the starfish actually was.
Yes.
Well, with each person that he takes over, he gains strength and sustenance.
Gains strength from the sharing.
Yes.
Wait a second. Sounds like a Star Trek movie.
Huh? Strength from the sharing. Star Trek movie.
Yes. Made in 1989. Had horrible CG or special effects.
Motion picture?
No.
That was 70s.
Yeah, that was 79. I think 10 years later.
So when I directed Star Trek 5,
Yes.
I got a great performance out of me because I respected me so much.
Cybox, his thing. Gain strength from the sharing.
Okay.
I can't believe you remember any lines from that movie. I am impressed.
I can believe that he remembers it.
Can you believe that they wanted to hire Sean Connery for that role?
Yes.
Can you imagine
Looks close.
a Vulcan Sean Connery?
A Vulcan from Ireland.
We have no, he's Scottish.
Whatever.
Yes.
We have a Scottish Vulcan.
Yes, Scottish Vulcan. Wow.
That's an interesting concept.
Yeah. If they would have made the movie 1 year earlier, they probably could have gotten him. But he was, at that point, doing the Indiana Jones thing.
Well, Indiana Jones saved him from a horrible life decision, so...
But just think about it. If they would have made it 1 year earlier...
Uh-huh.
Lucasfilm probably would have been more available because they wouldn't have been working on Ghostbusters 2 and Indiana Jones 3.
Okay.
So they might have actually had some rock monster...
And saved
effects.
the movie!
Oh.
Yeah, and we would have had some actual, like, good-looking model shots.
And saved the movie!
Yes, the effects would have saved it. And Sean Connery would have saved it.
Sean Connery would have known the answer to the question, what does God need with a starship?
Imagine William Shatner directing Sean Connery. What a strange world.
He would have gotten a magnificent performance out of him. Because he respected him so much.
Right, yes.
I just watched the movie Dodgeball for the first time, and William Shatner is in the end of the movie. He's like the judge. He's like, gentlemen, we cannot proceed with this game. It's like, wow.
Peak Shatner.
Jeez. Anyway, I got a little off topic there.
The end of Suicide Squad, there's a witch and a demon fighting. Wrong Suicide Squad again?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait a second.
The Mummy is not in this movie, Noah.
Was that the Mummy? I don't remember any
She's maybe.
Sort of Enchantress.
She looks a lot like it.
Yes.
From the new
she was
Tom.
Doing weird dance moves.
Yeah.
And then there was a fire demon that fought her.
Fire demon.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy.
You forgot about the fire demon guy. How could you?
Because then spoilers, he dies.
See, I think
He
I'm
does?
confusing.
Yeah.
I'm confusing the ending of Suicide Squad with Ghostbusters. I feel like they're like the new Ghostbusters thing. I feel like those endings were similar somehow.
Huh?
I
Like
don't even.
2016 Ghostbusters?
Oh,
Yeah.
Same year.
Wasn't there like,
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there was a similar situation at the end of the movie. Maybe I'm
Well,
misremembering.
2016 Ghostbusters, they did cut out the dance sequence.
Holy cow. Oh, jeez. Knocking stuff over.
How
Oh, no.
could you? And then they put that dance sequence in the credits. That was horrifying. What a terrible movie. Let's move on.
Right.
Anyways, Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad, sorry. Don't want to conflate the two movies. Something happens. Alright, morals are tested, and then Ratcatcher has to run away with the data as Army Man gets stabbed by Peacemaker, aka John Cena. Capaldi got smushed by the starfish that he was torturing.
Not smushed. Ripped apart.
Whatever.
Yes.
Alright, he did get ripped apart. Yeah. Sorry. Ratcatcher runs away with the hard drive. Peacemaker pursues. Upstairs, the explosives went off early, and so Idris Elba winds up falling 15 stories.
Right, one by one.
One by one. Lands in a suit, lands standing up, as you do.
Superhero stance.
Superhero stance. And then it's the showdown because Peacemaker has his gun drawn, ready to kill Ratcatcher 2. And then Idris Elba lands right there to save her. And they have a quick draw fight.
Yes.
And
Bullet goes through a bullet.
Yes. And a line from earlier in the movie, "I'll use smaller bullets," said by Peacemaker, comes back to kill him.
Yep.
Well, mortally wound, potentially. As we find out later, he survives. Setting up for a sequel, perhaps. The Suicide Squad 2.
Peacemaker's getting his own show, right? Starting in January.
I don't know.
That's what I saw.
Ooh.
I do not know.
John Cena is
Yeah, I just saw an ad for it.
Neat.
gonna split his time between nobody
John
seeing
Cena.
him and being John Cena. Yes.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah. What, then
they exit the building. The giant starfish also exits the building.
Oh, yeah.
Starts taking people over.
Right, yes.
They figure out at that point, cover your faces, which seems like a natural inclination given the fact that there are starfish coming at your face.
Yeah, you'd think.
You'd think, but apparently no one else thought of that.
Nope.
And then they're about to walk away, victorious in their mission, because they have the data. But then Idris Elba is like, time to be a hero.
Yep.
And what's-her-name gets whacked in the head with her golf club.
Oh, yeah. Yikes. They
Yikes.
disobeyed orders.
Seems like they'll get away with it. They go and defeat the starfish.
Right, yes.
Harley
It's difficult.
Quinn's spear comes in handy.
Right, yeah.
Hopefully that's what the spear was intended to be used for. We don't actually know.
Yeah.
Right. And then rat catcher lady
sends
harnesses
8 quadrillion
all the
rats.
Yep.
Yes.
Into his eyeball.
Right.
And,
that was lovely. Oh!
Yeah.
Polka Dot Man.
Right, Polka Dot Man
conquered his fear of his mother and became a superhero in his own mind and then immediately died.
Yep.
Got squished.
I felt something akin to emotion. Not quite there, but it was like, oh, well, that sucks.
Yep. I did think it was funny when he blasted off the foot of the starfish, then all the people are like, ah.
Yeah, well, they're all linked.
I know. It was just kind of a little cheesy, but...
A little bit. But yes, then the rats eat the eyeball of the giant starfish and he dies.
Right. Then, yay, good job, guys.
Good job, guys. And thus, your Suicide Squad consists of Idris Elba, King Shark, Ratcatcher 2, and Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Ta-da! It's a great movie.
A reboot without even a reboot.
Sort of, kind of, but not really. But also yes, but also no. Definitely worth the time watching. It's very entertaining.
Yeah, Allie walked, like she was working on something else, and then she walked downstairs in the final, like, half hour of the movie, so that's all she saw. And she thought it was funny, but she was very confused.
Well, there's crucial context in the first hour and a half or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. She thought it was a little gruesome.
It is an R-rated movie.
Yeah, for a kind of a comic book superhero kind of deal. But
I thought it was great that they found that, Warner Brothers opened up their vault of, D-level characters that are never talked about, and they're like, we'll use them.
Yeah.
It's like, cool. I get to see people that I never heard the names of before and learn a bit about them.
I do think that DC kind of they have a very large number of just these random characters because they have, I don't know, both Marvel and DC have both been running for about the same amount of time.
Right.
But
Marvel also has a vault of characters
they do.
No one knows the name of because they aren't they're not your Spider-Mans or Fantastic Fours or...
But I think DC, speaking of the comic books, lately they've been doing a decent job of bringing back some of the older characters. Like in Batman stuff, they brought back a lot of old characters like Kite Man and Condiments Man. I know that they brought him in at some point. So it's kind of cool that they kind of started doing that in the comics and then they transferred that over into the movies, in this aspect at least.
Right. And I think... this movie almost comes from the fact that they weren't able to get their cinematic universe off the ground. They basically just, at this point, they're just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. And that's how you get The Suicide Squad. And it was fun. It's a fun movie.
Also, watching this movie, it just reminded me of Deadpool when he says that it's so dark. Sure, you're not from the DC universe? I was like, oh, yes.
Haha.
Now we are.
Speaking of Ryan Reynolds, we're going to go watch Free Guy at some point, yes?
Uh-oh.
Curtis, your audio is cut out. We cannot hear you.
Hello, Curtis. Hello, Curtis. Hello? Nope.
Cannot hear him. I wonder.
Hello?
Hello?
I can see you, Kirk. Can you see me?
Curtis. Can you hear us? 1 beep for yes, 2 beeps for no. All right,
okay.
so he can.
He can hear us.
We cannot hear
We cannot
him.
hear you.
Interesting. I wonder if his audio is even coming through the camera still. These are things to question. So this has failed tremendously at the end. Technical difficulties abound. It's almost like we haven't done this for 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. The weather didn't help.
Yeah. Carry on. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Oh, we're at that part.
I don't know.
Whatever. Not important. Curtis rating 8.5 out of 10. A high, a well-placed rating. I would give it a solid 7.5 avocados out of 9 bananas.
Fair.
Whatever that means, if you can decipher it, I have no clue. It was good, it's fun, it's worth your time. It is an R-rated movie, so there's gore. But it's not like, I wouldn't say it's overplayed gore. It's just, it's appropriate. If that makes sense.
I'd say so. Curtis agrees.
Curtis agrees, yes. Definitely worth the time to watch, and it's on HBO Max. You don't even have to go to the theater if you're afraid of such things.
There was some news article that came out saying that that's like the only one thing that's negative about this movie coming out, that it didn't do as well in the box office.
Right. Though allegedly, the rumors are abound that they're setting up, that they want to do a sequel to it. So
that's good.
And I hope it gets one, because
there's an audience.
There's an audience. It was a fun, good movie. There's good character work in this movie. Far better than Suicide Squad, which like to tell you things. Like, what are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad? Good line, Will. Good line.
Yes.
You care about the characters because you learn about them over the course of the movie. Like Taika Waititi. Isn't that Ratcatcher 1?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy who played Hitler in the movie that he directed about Hitler.
Or that guy who voiced IG-11 in The Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He also directed a couple episodes of it.
And he directed the Thor movie, Ragnarok.
Oh, right. The least rewatchable of the Thor movies. The more you watch it, the less funny it is.
I enjoy that's the only one that I enjoy rewatching, though.
I think Dark World's underrated. Curtis is giving me his what face. Is it a great film? No, but it's a watchable film.
I don't know. I haven't rewatched. Yeah, she's a babe.
As opposed to Ragnarok, which does not. I mean, that's an automatic +1 on the Natalie Portman scale.
These are true statements.
Yes, they are.
So yeah, it's a good movie.
It's a good movie. Watch it. We're gonna watch Free Guy at some point, hopefully soon, and we might talk about that next week. Ryan Reynolds, Here We Come. So, if you liked this video, hit like on it. If you would care enough to share it around, we'd appreciate that too. Otherwise, you could subscribe. If you dislike this video, hit dislike, unsubscribe, and tell us how much you hate us and the channel down in the comments below.
And then tell your enemies about us.
Yes.
Bye.